welcome back. They were founded in the mining communities of Wales and their sounds become a cornerstone of Welsh culture. But male voice choirs are facing a new challenge in the 21st century.
A falling membership and a struggle to attract a younger generation mean their traditions could be in danger of dying out.
Now, one choir hopes to change all of that with a crowd-funded documentary. Let's hear them perform.
Gareth Whitcombe, musical director of Blaenau Male Voice Choir, was standing at the front of me. He's with us now, along with filmmaker Daniel Harris. Good morning to you both.
Morning.
It's ironic because women's choirs are booming these days, and yet it seems the traditional male voice choir is having problems.
In terms of Blaenau, we're seeing this as very much a preemptive strike because the choir has about 45 members and has had so for many years. But with the age range of the choir now getting much older, then we see that in 5-10 years' time, a lot of the choir will no longer be there. So we're seeing this as a preemptive strike to try and get more choristers to secure the future of what's too good to lose, really.
Dan, how did you get involved with making the documentary in the first place, and what's going on?
Well, we were looking to make a music video for the choir,
right.
Something short and simple. And then when we met the guys, we found there were so many characters and so many stories. There was a much greater story there to share, and the more we kind of filmed with them, the more time we spent with them, the more and more we found, and the stories got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Have you discovered then that other choirs are facing more acute problems than Blaenau?
There are a few people we've spoken to who were part of other choirs that have disbanded, and they've gone on to join other choirs. We've got their story. And there's some choirs that are smaller, some are doing very well, but they all recognise that in a few years' time, unless they do something now, they could be in trouble.
So you've been kind of trying to recruit, have you, Gareth, before?
We have.
But what were your original methods?
We'd make announcements in our local concerts, or we'd put articles in the press, or we'd just try and make sure that as many people as possible knew about the choir, the website that we set up, all of that was happening. But it was just getting members to replace the ones that were leaving. So we needed something to give a greater impetus, and we thought if we created a promotional video, then that would help. And that's how we started with that.
Well, let's take a look now at some of the challenges that the choir does face in the 21st century.
If you go around the world, and I spend a lot of time in America, Americans love the whole heritage of male voice choirs and singing those traditional songs. But how do you entice youngsters to take part?
The problem with male voice choirs these days is that they're generally frequented by an older generation.
For some time we've been trying to get new recruits, new choristers.
Those really well-established male voice choirs, there doesn't seem to be any new blood coming through.
For young people to instill this enthusiasm of singing is really important.
The difficulty we have is that people are reluctant to make that first step.
And it's really important to preserve this way of Welsh life.
So how are you going to get younger people involved then?
Well, we've got this social media campaign that Dan and his team have set up on Facebook, and the crowdfunding campaign is there. We've got a lot of people interested in that. We have had some choristers that had left come back to the choir recently, and we've had a few new members that have joined since this started, so it's already started.
Do they need to be brilliant singers?
No, not at all.
I love this one.
They don't.
Really?
No, they just need to have an enthusiasm. I say that everybody can sing.
Yeah.
But some sing better than others. And my job is to make sure that everybody blends well together as a choir rather than as individuals.
Have you discovered yet why some choirs have been having difficulty attracting new members? Is it because different lifestyles these days, or what?
Well, what we found is people are interested in music at all ages, but when you get young people involved between the ages of 18 and 35, they tend to be off at university, starting families, building careers, playing sport, and then when they get to kind of 35, 40, that's the kind of time frame when they look to come back. So what we're trying to do now is trying to engage with younger people via social media. So we can try and encourage them, those younger people, when they go away to university and whilst they're still building their careers, to join a local choir.
Do they want to sing these days, these sort of older hymns that you were singing in the clip earlier? Or do you have a more mixed repertoire these days?
Well, it's a very wide repertoire. We sing music from West End shows, we sing music, we're currently preparing a piece by Billy Joel, and we've got traditional spirituals as well as operatic choruses and the traditional Welsh hymns. So there's a wide range of repertoire, and people who come to our concerts always comment on the breadth of music that they hear.
You also said earlier that there was one series of songs, I think, where you actually have to move. Was that a big departure for you?
You imagine that they're used to standing like this, and then all of a sudden they've got to start moving in time with the music.
Right.
And the clip that I think you're going to see, the African trilogy, they will move.
All right. And you're crowdfunding this documentary, so that's quite an operation in itself, isn't it?
Yes, there's a lot of work goes into it, but as we've been filming, we've been making short kind of promo videos of different events and different choirs we've been filming with, so we can put them out on social media and make sure there's momentum.
All right, brilliant. Well, good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
And good luck with the recruitment. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. That is all from breakfast this morning. We'll be back here tomorrow morning from 6 o'clock.
Yeah, Philippa Gregory will be